It's 2 a.m. with Nathan. James 1:27. Religion which God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after the widow and orphan in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by this world. I heard the story about a group of Indians that were living in Mississippi, and they lived next to this raging river, really fierce. And anyone that wandered near that river got sucked downstream. It's really dangerous. And so they were always cautious around it. But one day, attackers came on this village. And so everyone, old people, young person, the warriors, all got shoved down right against that river. And it looked like they were going to drown. And in the last ditch attempt, the young people put the children and the older people on their shoulders, carrying that heavy load, and started to cross across the river, thinking they're going to be swept away together. And lo and behold, what they found out was this: when they had that extra weight on their shoulders of the older people and of the kids, when they had it on their shoulders, they had firm footing on the ground, and they didn't get washed away. I think there's a story we can learn in that. Who are we carrying on our shoulders? You see, the storm's pretty fierce in the world right now. The enemy's coming after us hard. Our faith needs to hold on firm. And yet, if we're just trying to get ourselves through, we're going to get washed away. Who are we carrying? I brought with me Titus's backpack. You can tell it's Titus's backpack because it has wonderful space, and Titus loves space. Made me wonder, who are you carrying on your back? I thought about backpacks. You know, you can fill up your day with all kinds of stuff. You can fill it up with activities and tasks and the things you want to do. Or you can fill it up with other people. You can carry your load across the river, or you can carry the load of other people. Now, we have all kinds of reasons why we think we can't carry anyone else. We say, I'm too worn out myself. We say, it's not really my fault. Maybe we say, it's their fault they're that way. Someone else should look after them. We have all kinds of excuses why to not look after the widows and the orphans in their distress. And yet Jesus says, not only is he going to give you firm footing, but this is what I count as real faith. When you carry the widows and the orphans on your back. Sometimes we make our faith much more about ourselves, don't we? How do I feel about that worship song? What do I think about that sermon? How do I like the atmosphere of a church, or what goes on there? As opposed to sitting back and saying, hey, does this expression of religion, of worship, honor God? Does it pick up the kids and carry them on our backs? Does it pick up the older people and carry them on our backs? Does it show other people that we love Jesus by the way we treat them? As you go throughout the day today, it's going to be tough sometimes to make your way from your pattern and what you want to do to go out of the way and include carrying other people on your back. You might have to change your schedule. You might have to drop a couple things you wanted to do. You might need to let go of some of that rest you thought you needed so badly. And yet this is what faith and hope is about. Carrying other people on our shoulders. And not only will it show God that we're real about following Him and wanting to know Him better, but also it'll give us sure footing in our faith as we follow God. Have a great day.